And 97 donuts. Yeah, I got 97 donuts. How many sweet treats do I have altogether? Here we go. With the new groups below, it's the same kind of concept that we would do with the new groups above. It just matters, where am I putting that 10? Because we know that 9 and 7 makes a 16. We leave those 6 extra ones here, but that 10, we put it right here, so we know where it is. A lot of times boys and girls can see that 16 still. It's just the 10 is below. Then I have 3 10s, 9 10s, and 1 10. How I add up my 10s is a fluency thing for you individually. I look at this going 90, plus a 10 is 100, and then 3 10s, 130. Now friends, that is putting the 10 below. It's still the same answer as when I did it visual and when I showed all totals. The other style to do this is called new groups above. This is probably the most familiar to a lot of our parents because this is probably how they're like, oh, I remember that way. You bet you have. But this is very important, is the language that our students are using. Boys and girls, your language is the power in these problems. You should not be saying, I've got a 3 and a 9. That's a 30 and a 90. That concept of understanding our 10s and our 1s is the power as the numbers get greater. So I have a 9 and a 7 here in the 1s place. I know again that 9 plus 7 is 16. I'm going to leave my 6 1s. Those are my extra ones in the 1s place. And that 10 is going to go above. There you go. Now you see the 10 above. But that is not a 1. That is a 10. And that language is important for our kids to consistently be saying. And boys and girls, I need for making sure that you are using that language. So now I have a 10, I have a 30, and I have a 90. Now a lot of boys and girls will go, I know that could be looked at as a 9 plus a 3 plus a 1. That's all great. That's fine. If you know what that is 13, I think that's fantastic. But the power is when you know that you have 9 10s plus 3 10s plus 1 10. Then you know you have 13 10s. And that's the difference. So now I have 136. Friends, this is the different methods we've used for adding double digit and creating a 10. Your work now, friends, for this week is going to be asking you to understand this concept so that you can work now with 3 digit. The next time we get together will be for that lesson. That lesson when we're looking at a story problem and then we're having to add those 2 numbers together. Using place value understanding to add and subtract is our huge focus. It doesn't matter if that number is a 2-digit or a 3-digit. Understanding that place value is where there is going to be a lot of greater understanding. I'm going to see you guys real soon. We're going to talk about 3-digit. Have a great day. Mathematicians! That's me.